In the midst of discussing the promotion and relegation possibilities in American soccer, I'm happy to concede that PNR, as we call it, promotion and relegation, isn't on the horizon for the MLS, NASL, or USL anytime soon. But that's not really my point. See, my point is that for the sport of soccer to truly thrive and for our youth system to truly flourish, a real and true PNR system is eventually a necessity. Something that has to happen, not something we'd like to happen. Even in the face of the 3 separate leagues battling and smacking each other in the face for attention, no, we have to move forward. Now, there's evidence that it can happen. New MLS franchises like Toronto, Seattle, and Philly have all proven that if you build it, they will come if, and this is a big if, your team, they have to have a chance to win it all, to play at the highest levels, to be a top division team. Had Philly opened its doors as an NASL or USL team in D2, I can guarantee you they wouldn't even break 5,000 in attendance a game. Seattle blossomed from a USL team with strong and small attendance numbers to the attendance monster of the MLS. Toronto's move to MLS had similar repercussions. So will Portland's, you can count on it. Poor D2 AC St. Louis can't boast the same experience. What's the difference? Why do fans seem to care more about new teams or teams when they're MLS teams than when they were USL teams? Or in Philly's case, before they were a team at all. It's not like Toronto suddenly started playing amazingly attractive soccer when they became an MLS team. I mean, it wasn't that different. So what's the difference? The difference isn't the stadiums or a sudden surge of soccer culture in Toronto or Philly or Seattle. I mean, the difference is that North Americans, Canadians, and Americans alike, they want to watch the best play the best in North America. And even more, they want to watch their team have a chance to be the best amongst the best or beat the best at the highest level in North America, regardless of whether it's the best in the world, because we've gotten used to not being the best in the world. There's no shame in that. We just want to be the best where we're at, here in America. It might even appear to some fans, with the advent of the designated player, and players like Henry, Beckham, Lundberg, Giovanni, Marquez, and others, that suddenly the MLS seems serious about becoming one of the better leagues in the world. Maybe they already are. But even with that aspiration by the MLS, it builds the aspiration of fans. It builds their connection to their team. Because they're playing amongst the best. And maybe they can even beat the Beckhams. Maybe they can beat the Lundbergs, the New Yorks, the Galaxies. Now, this theory won't work everywhere because some places in North America, people simply don't care about soccer as much as they do in other places. So, you still have to be smart. But I have to bring this theory to the fore, even for all the contradiction and criticism it will bring. I'm looking for someone, USSF, come in. I'm looking for someone to take the top 60 cities in the United States and put teams in them and create 3 divisions of 20 teams each and employ the promotion and relegation system with those divisions. And I'll guarantee you, every team fan base will know from the start where their team is starting, but they'll know this, even if they're at the lower divisions. In the end, their team has a real opportunity to move up and become great. Nothing's more depressing than someone telling you that your team will never be more than a lower division club. You'll create a non-fan out of that person immediately. This country has proven over and over again that even lower class baseball teams, AA, single A, triple A, they're folding all the time. Second-rate American football leagues, they're folding all the time. Lower division basketball leagues, they're folding all the time. They're all subject to a higher rate of failure. And it's not just because Americans always want to watch the best at everything. It's just this idea that in those leagues, those teams had no chance to ever become better than mediocre. See, they want the chance, the remote hope that their team might become the best at some point down the road. In this way, they're not far from their European counterparts. And what other explanation is there for a baseball team like the Cubs? They're always at the bottom, fighting an uphill battle. And the Cubs have built a culture like no other baseball team. What's more American than rooting for your local underdog? And the idea that with hard work and perseverance and maybe a little luck, even the little guy can make it to the top. This is not going to work everywhere, of course not. Will teams that get relegated suffer from, drops in attendance and money? Of course they will. But it isn't the fans stopping this promotion and relegation system in America. It's the almighty dollar. And the fact that the owners are going to lose those dollars in their minds, period. They don't want to take the risk. But what if you told them there was a different system? If things changed, where they could make money regardless. See, so much has to change to make a real P&R system work in North America. First, you have 3 autonomous leagues working with a murky, almost lawless framework. They're working against each other, all 3 divisions. But they can decide to change that. And the USSF can decide to overcome this because they know a different system, a better system, will work for everybody. And everyone has to believe that. A time will come after change that we will have promotion and relegation, and upper and lower and middle division teams will realize that having a true Euro South American style youth development program where every lower level team can develop and then loan or sell their best players to the bigger clubs, that's where the real money is. That's where the real money truly slumbers. And the USSF will someday embrace the idea that teams competing to develop the best youth players will in the end enhance and improve the U.S. national team far more than any reserve league team or IMG system could. So never underestimate this. Americans love watching the best, but they also love having the chance to someday become the best. Derek Richey, checking out for the Straight Red Card. Good day.